Hey ladies, so it's Mickey. I am trying to re-record this video because some of y'all brought it to my attention that only 30 seconds actually showed up for some reason, and it just completely froze. So, my bad for not checking to make sure that the whole video was good before making it, like scheduling it. So yeah, I'm going to try to make this quick because also my phone is running out of charge. So, I have nicknamed Sofia my Milkie monster because when she wants milk, she wants milk now. She does not want to wait. She wants it then and there. She wants it yesterday, not at that moment. So she starts kicking and yelling and screaming. It's like Jekyll and Hyde. She's really sweet when she's sleeping or when she's hanging out. But as soon as she decides she's hungry, all hell breaks loose. So yeah, at the beginning of us starting to breastfeed, which, was day one, we did have some issues. Now, one of the issues we had is that, I guess my nipples, I've mentioned this in another video, they're not inverted, but I guess they're just stubby. So they're not like small or anything, they're just stubby, they're just short. And she really she wasn't able to just like grab on and start sucking. So the lactation consultant came in day one, and she saw all the issues that we were having, and we were trying. So she ended up resorting to giving me a nipple shield, which I showed in a previous video. I don't have it up here with me right now, but first she wanted me to try this. It's called a latch assist, and it looks like a little car horn. So I'll show you. It's this right here. So yeah, like in my head when I squeeze it, I think, like a clown horn, like doo doo doo. But anyways, you put your nipple right here, and you squeeze, or first you squeeze it, you put, oops, and then you put your nipple in, and then when you let it go, it sucks your nipple out and into here. So it's supposed to sort of lengthen it and help it come out, so that she'd be able to latch. So I started using that. That's when I first noticed that I did have like colostrum, because I didn't know at first. And once I used that, it started coming out. I was like, oh my gosh, I do have something in there. So yeah, but it got really messy really fast. After that, I think it was the next day, she ended up giving me the nipple shield. Now she gave me, they come in different sizes, I guess for diameter or something, and I think it was 24 is the standard, and that was too big for me. So I ended up having to buy a 20 millimeter one, or whatever measurement it went by, but it was a 20, and that one works perfect for her. We are still having latching issues, but what's good is I am offering her the breast, just without the shield first. There's sometimes where I mix it up and I'll take it off after she's eaten a little bit and try it that way, and she does seem to latch better when I do that, but she still has not learned, full on just breast. And I think part of it also is that I am pumping, because like I mentioned, I have PCOS. I am afraid of my milk supply and stuff like that, just because I'm a paranoid person, that's all. So yeah, what else? I'll show you the pump that I have. I rented a hospital grade pump. So this is the Medela Symphony. I rented it from, it's a place that's within the hospital. So I rented it. It's like $65 a month. Unfortunately, TRICARE, which is the military insurance, they're exempt from the what's called the Healthcare Act, just because it's not technically an insurance, it's more of a benefit for my husband being in the military. So I totally understand that, and we were planning on running this anyway, so it really wasn't too huge of a deal or whatever. So I'm just grateful that I'm able to get it. It is pretty sweet. It first you turn it on, and then it like stimulates, so it's like short on your breast, and then after 2 minutes, if you haven't had let down, which means like it's pretty much flowing through, then you know, it'll automatically go into expression mode, which means it's like a, you know, just like when the baby's on it, they stimulate first and they go really fast, and then when you have letdown, they go slower, and you can see in their jaw the way that they eat. If you do have letdown early, they have a button right there. You press it and it automatically goes into that. So yeah, breastfeeding wise, she's doing really good. She favors the right over the left, which can explain why my right breast is bigger than my left breast, and I see a huge difference. I'm not going to show you my breast, but I see a huge difference. My husband at first didn't want to say anything. He was just like, no, I don't see a difference. Right. And one day I was like, look, I just got out of the shower and I was like, look, you cannot say that you don't see a difference. And he's like, oh, yeah, I do. So, like, I will pump maybe ½ ounce on the left, and then on the right side, 1.5 ounces, you know. I do believe she's going through her growth spurt. She's getting close to 6 weeks now. Oh my goodness, that's so crazy. So she's getting close to her 6-week growth spurt, and she's cluster feeding, which means she's just like constantly on the breast. There'll be a day or two straight where I know, like, and when she was going through a growth spurt on 3 weeks, it was just like I couldn't even get up, because I would feed her on one breast, and then she would be crying and yelling 5 minutes later, you know, and I would feed her on the other one, and back and forth, back and forth. It was just a constant, you know, need to be on the breast. And I really thought that that was my supply, that I didn't have anything. I was really close to resorting to giving her formula because I just didn't know what else to do. So I really understand why people decide not to breastfeed, because, you know, it gives you anxiety. Your baby's crying, you don't know what's wrong, if it's you or if it's something that you ate or anything like that. Are you dehydrated? You're just like, oh my goodness, you know. But we were able to get through that. Let's keep our fingers crossed that we'll be okay during the 6-week growth spurt and the other ones that are to come. But I did notice she was cluster feeding yesterday a little bit, and this morning I pumped because she was sleeping. She was completely out. She had eaten. I always pump after I feed her, and I pumped another 2 ounces. So that was a lot. Usually I pump maybe ½ ounce after I've fed her, you know. And the reason I pump after I feed her is just to help my supply. So yeah, that's definitely something that the lactation consultant talked to me about, and something that I think will help us out in the long run. What else? So, yeah, breastfeeding is difficult. It is, you know, you think, oh, this is natural, you know, it's supposed to happen and blah, blah, blah. But, you know, sometimes you need help. Just like my TTC journey, you know, having a kid is supposed to be natural, you know, like, everybody should be able to do it, and people have been having kids for millions of years, and you know, and then here I am, I couldn't naturally have a child. So, you know, it's the same thing with breastfeeding. It's like, oh, it's supposed to be natural, you know, everybody's supposed to be able to do it. Everybody did it before modern medicine and stuff like that, and here I am using a pump to help out my supply. So yeah, that's just, you got to do what you got to do, right? Yeah, she does get pretty gassy, so I decided not to go and do try the fenugreek. I have gotten suggestions about, what is it, the mother's milk tea. I am going to look into that, but first I'm going to try out, for those of you who don't know, Helena has an Etsy store where she sells organic stuff that she makes from home, and she actually has a tea that she calls booby tea to help with your milk supply as well. It's all organic stuff in it. I don't know the ingredients off the top of my head, but I ordered it this morning, so I'm excited to try that out and see if maybe that can help us as well. And you know, right now I'm just willing to try anything just so that I have peace of mind to help, you know, me out. Also to help with evening my breasts out, I am putting her on the left more often and pumping on the left, just like more often than the right, just to try to even them out. But it also could be that maybe I have more milk ducts in my right rather than my left, you know, more breast tissue on one side than the other. So, you know, we'll see how it happens. And you know, we are a little bit more than a month into breastfeeding, so I'm almost to my first short-term goal, which was 6 months. So I'm excited. I'm hoping, keep my fingers crossed, that I will hit my next goal, which is a year, and then my next goal after that is at least 18 months. So we'll see how long I go. But I'm just glad to have gotten this far. So yeah, that's it. I hope y'all are having a good day. Thank you so much for all you who have subscribed. I have a ton of people that have subscribed, and I just don't know where y'all came from. So I'm trying to get to the point where I'm able to respond to everybody's messages. I just haven't been able to. I apologize for that. I hope you understand, you know, having a newborn is freaking crazy to get used to, because we're definitely not on a schedule right now. And you know, when I do get to sit down and relax, I sort of knock out. Also, you know, I still have housework to do around the house. I still got to do laundry. I still got to, like, make food. I have to eat and stuff like that. So it's, you know, eventually it will come into just a routine. But right now, it's taking a while to get used to. So thank you so much for subscribing. I will get back to y'all whenever I can. I promise. And yeah, hope y'all have a good day. And hopefully y'all stay safe and nice and warm. As you can tell, it's snowing behind us, which sucks. But we are nice and cozy in our house. And I'm going to join my husband and my baby sleeping on the couch. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye. Okay, so I have one last thing. I know Helena showed this, and I don't have the actual thing. I had the box up here. But when I breastfeed, I, you know, you feed off of one side, and sometimes, usually in my case, I leak from the other breast. So instead of leaking into, since I am breastfeeding and I am pumping, instead of leaking into a breast pad, I bought this thing right here, the Milk Saver. It's the Milkies. It's mymilkies.com. I'll post the link below. I bought this off of Amazon for a little bit over $20. But it's like a hospital grade, like plastic. I don't know if you can see that. It's this thing right there. So it's like this oval egg looking thing that has a hole in the back. And it contours, so it shapes to your boob or your breast, and the hole, you put your nipple on that, and I just stick that into like my nursing bra, and it just stays on the breast that she's not on. And as I'm feeding her and as it's leaking, it's falling into that plastic, and after, you know, after she finishes eating on one side, I'll just take that out and dump it into one of the bottles that I'm going to use when I pump. So it works out where I'm not wasting or losing any kind of breast milk at all. She's going to be eating every bit of breast milk that I produced for her, and I'm not losing anything. So yeah, I love this thing. Helena showed it on her video too. It's something that I saw Ashley, I don't remember your name, your YouTube name, but she mentioned these while she was pregnant with her son Henry, and I was like, okay, definitely whenever I get pregnant, this is something I'm going to buy, and I did. So yeah, it's greatness. It's awesome. But yeah, that's something that I'm using as I breastfeed, so I figured I'd show that to y'all. Alright, that's it for sure this time. Bye.